Happy Saturday, First Congregational friends. You may wonder why I'm standing outside of the Backyard Farmer in Eugene. Well, I'm doing some sermon preparation, picking up a packet of seeds, preparing to preach on the parable of the sower. But first, our Bible trivia question, and that question is, what is the true meaning of parable in the Bible? And how many parables did Jesus preach if you added them all up in the Gospels? We'll give you a wide range of right responses for that one, but answer at the end. Now, you may wonder why we may be considering questions like who is the sower and what are the seeds and what are the soil types on a Sunday when the world seems to be just in utter chaos. Jesus preached parables to people who are going through very difficult times, living under empire. His parables are actually, most of them are ideally suited for renewed discussion and study in this day and age, in our particular time and place. You'll discover reasons for that on Sunday. Sunday is also Martin Luther King weekend, so we'll also have some fun surprises in worship with respect to honoring Martin Luther King. Actually, this couldn't come on a better weekend with the parable of the sower, but we'll have some special music, and I'll throw in a surprise too, something I do in preparation, personal preparation every year for the last 33 years for Martin Luther King Day. I'll also be sharing with you then. So I'll hope to see you on Sunday. Now, in terms of the Bible trivia question, parable comes from the Greek word parabole, which means to toss alongside. Parabole, alongside, bole, toss. And so he's really tossing out stories that stand alongside our everyday lives, speaking of how we experience this parallel reality of the realm of God. Now, in terms of how many parables Jesus told, that really depends on your definition of a parable. The strictest definition of a parable would put that about 30 to 40 parables, depending on how strict. And the more looser definition, which I tend to think is pretty smart also, would put that more at 80 to 90. That's if you include also what's known as similitudes and metaphors. But Jesus really had a parabolic way of thinking. That's how he typically offered his wisdom, was through simile, metaphor, storytelling. So if you had anywhere an answer between 30 and 90, give yourself a gold star and hope to see you on Sunday. And, well, why not bring a friend?